This is really getting ridiculous.
We need some behind the scenes.
We do need behind the scenes because we be acted up back
What
here.
just happened before this was...
Hey, y'all. Welcome to I'm in Control podcast. I am the Charity E.
I'm Misha with the braids.
Oh, now she's Misha with the braids.
Yes.
Okay. I'm June Speaks.
I am Janae.
And we are back with a new episode.
Absolutely.
Y'all, I'm going to be super mellow today because, like, y'all don't need to know, like, details, but, like, I'm struggling. It's fine. I'm not hungover, not that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm struggling.
She's struggling.
Well,
today.
I'm struggling because I lost a dear friend. So I'm struggling.
Was this a competition? Jesus.
Yeah, I was like, that
It's
went deep
not.
real
It's
fast.
not a competition, but I just want to celebrate the life of my dear friend, Evangelist Joyce L. Timmons from Gladewater, Texas, that has been in my life for over 40 years.
That's a long time.
That's a long time.
That's a long
And a lot of people know her as the giant slayer, as the evangelist, but I knew her as Joyce. And I just watched the Lord bless her, and she has been an encouragement and strength, a voice in my life. But God, what she's done for God across the world. So we just celebrate her life.
For sure.
And we will celebrate her June 2nd and 3rd. So I'm looking forward
So
to that.
if you had a favorite, like, what are those called? Sermon. A favorite sermon that Joyce preached, what would it be?
11:59.
That's Charity's favorite. 11:59.
It never grows old.
That was mine. And that one, it was a New Year's Eve service. I think she said it was 72 hours. Something about 72 hours.
Hey,
I'm still on my 72 hours.
still on-
But we don't have to talk about it.
I have one.
What is it?
I went to see her speak at a church in Fort Worth back in 2018, I believe.
Yeah.
And it was the big conference.
Right.
And she had us volunteering, all her old mentees.
Yeah.
And it was about basically what my takeaway from it was what I remember was that she talked about being top shelf, and she was speaking to all the single people in the audience. And I remember we connected eyes, and she was like, we did.
let her have her moment. Let her
That's
have
her
her moment.
moment. She was Miss
Charity's always-
YW.
I thought it was PW.
No, but-
Okay,
that was
continue.
later.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, my train of thought gets real crazy.
Yeah.
Focus. Top shelf.
Okay, I was top shelf, which now, like, think of like top shelf, like margarita, but that's not what she was saying.
Alcohol,
but like,
yeah.
But basically she said that you're top shelf. And so the reason why maybe you have not been found yet by your mate or whatever is that she compared it to growing up in Gladewater, Texas. And she said, my mama and my granny used to put the iced tea on the porch. And that's, how they make the tea back in the day,
Right.
if you're from the South. And so she said, then they would take it and they would bottle up in Charity, the glasses, the cute little
Yep.
The mason jar.
the
glass.
mason jars.
Right.
And she said she was a little girl and she'd watch her granny go in the kitchen and put it on the top shelf. And they would not take it down. I remember this sermon. And she would not take it down till they were having like special guests or Sunday after church or something like that. So she compared that to being top shelf. She's like, just think about you're being pruned. You're sitting on your front porch. You're letting the sun, prune you and refresh you. And then God put you on the top shelf. And so until your husband or your wife is ready, then you're going to be taken off the top shelf and then he's going to unveil you.
And then she also prepared you for
Pageants.
pageants. Your first plane ride was because you had won that pageant with her, and you went to New Mexico.
Oh,
You forgot.
Unlocked the memory.
And I didn't go
I was
with
so
you.
scared.
I
do
was not
remember
with
that.
you. You went with
Yep.
Joyce as a representative.
I forgot about that.
Hell, I don't forget nothing
I
that
was a
Joyce
junior-
Rogers did in my
That's
life.
I was a junior
crazy.
bridesmaid in her wedding. I would
Yep.
love to see the picture
I know.
of me and Marcus Hicks because that's who I
Oh,
walked down with.
yeah. I forgot
And
my first
she-
plane ride was, that's crazy.
Yeah, and Joyce was a bridesmaid in our wedding. She was traveling. For people don't understand evangelist, she traveled. That just means she was a minister. She traveled the globe. She transcended the Church of God in Christ many years ago. And she was a bridesmaid in my husband and I's wedding.
Bridesmaid.
Bridesmaid. I said
on,
bridesmaid. I'm
Mimi
sorry.
Leaks, come on.
Sorry. About 35 years ago, and she was traveling, and so she missed the rehearsal. She comes in, she got a dress on and all that, and she didn't know where to stand. Like, people had to say, "No, Joyce, you go here." So she had them slide over, and she just smiled. And I said, "Girl, you done messed up my whole video." But that was my friend.
Mom, nobody watch wedding videos. Get outta
was
here.
mine.
That
But
was
Mom,
too
where's the
long
wedding
anyway.
video?
But
She
that
has
was
no clue.
I have it, and I did. I took
VHS,
it.
but we
I
don't
took
even
it
have a
over
kid.
from I took it from VHS and put it on a DVD. Come on, y'all, don't play with me.
But now how are you gonna
My
play the
name
DVD?
is- That's all right. We'll figure it out. Are they trying to throw shade on me?
No, we're not.
Yeah.
Anyway,
y'all throwing
we
shade on me?
we were saddened to hear of her passing.
Yes,
Yeah.
but I do encourage everybody to look her up on YouTube. Some of her sermons that
Baby.
could bless your life.
Baby.
But
Bless your whole life.
Baby, it will.
yeah,
Promise you.
But let's get into, you're talking about traveling and how she used to like to travel. So I'm going to talk about my love for traveling. Okay, y'all know I went to Tulum mid panoramic.
Panera Bread.
Yeah. And that was good because my flight was super cheap. It was
Right.
like, I think I spent maybe $200 round trip to get there.
Ooh, that was
now
a
it's like
stretch for you.
$1,000. Now it's $1,000 to get to Tulum.
It is
And
It shut down.
ridiculous.
Tulum.
yeah,
They took
and
away all the Casamigos.
the black people have shut down Tulum
It
because
is
it's the
shut
new
down.
Miami.
No, but it
No,
is shut
really
down
is.
currently.
You didn't see that?
Why, what happened?
It made Huffington Post and all that. Something they
I don't
shut
know.
it down.
I don't know if it's the COVID numbers, but they literally shut
I just
it
saw
It
that in
down.
the
probably
news
is the
Monday.
COVID numbers because
Yeah.
it looked lit.
And
But
they're out of
Hennessy?
They out of Hennessy. I'm sorry, Mom. I'm only saying that because my girl Brittany Orr is out there, and I saw
They
them saying
probably-
that they out of Hennessy.
they got the Hennessy.
Yeah, she said it's
they
nowhere. It's
but they
like
probably
nowhere.
don't buy it on purpose because they're probably like blacks love
Oh,
Hennessy. We're not gonna
yeah.
have any
Are
cognac on
they
the
out
island.
of water?
Mom, they're on the ocean.
I'm just.
She's talking about water for
I'm
people to
talking about
drink.
drinking water.
Well,
That's what they
vaccines,
out of
we don't drink it
Hennessy,
out
so
there,
we
right?
can't
My
go.
face.
Yeah.
They out of Hennessy. What? Whatever.
I have a lot of Hennessy in my cabinet, if y'all want to see.
Ah,
But okay,
but
so
she
back
works
to
for She works for a
Yes.
liquor. company.
back to
Yeah.
back to traveling though. So currently or recently, not currently. Recently, I traveled to Vegas.
What's in that cup?
It's tea, hot tea,
Oh.
because you know my voice is a little raspy.
that's right.
So recently, I went to Vegas, and first of all, I don't understand why flights to Vegas. I could also fly to like Mexico. I could fly to Europe. I could fly. Why are the flights over like $400 to get
Oh
to
my
Vegas?
God.
Well, the flight, because the demand is back, and when the demand, what everybody should have been doing was taking advantage
last
of the
year.
Right, and
pandemic,
buying tickets.
because now that everybody, you think about the millions of people who travel every day, and now they're saying that the demand is back. Forget flights. You can't get a rent-a-car. You can't find
Yeah.
a rent-a-car.
Yes, you
You know,
cannot.
I'm trying to currently
I'm
get
trying
one
to
for
go
your
somewhere
birthday
for
trip.
my birthday trip. Can't find a rent-a-car. People are getting U-Hauls, and then but the hotels are like ridiculous. Like the one.
When she says "excuse me," I
Oh,
think that means
okay.
she's supposed
Yeah, I
to
wanted
stop.
you to stop at the rental car because who has rental cars? What are you talking about?
I don't
No,
Uber.
like when we-
I do rental-cars.
They have Ubers.
Okay,
don't
but
do Uber.
but to talk about that, my bestie, Jana's in Vegas right now, and even with the Ubers, are saying it's like taking like hours.
They're on
Well,
strike.
there's a reason for that. Okay.
on strike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's
Oh,
a
yeah.
shortage because of
In
the
Vegas.
strike
That's
because Vegas is trying to take like a certain more percentages of the money.
Florida
so
too,
now,
though. Florida too.
Now the taxis in Vegas are also like taxing because they
Because,
know
yeah,
you have to get
people
somewhere.
need it.
And
Yeah.
then the lines to even get in a taxi probably takes about 20 to 30 minutes.
And
It's
then
a
this is
mess.
what happened to the rental cars, that they sold off half of their. I know I'm a rental car person. They sold off half of their fleet during the pandemic, not knowing
More
when they
than
would come
half,
back.
some of
And
them.
now we got a chip shortage, so they can't buy cars.
Oh,
back.
you know what else I found out about the
What?
rentals? In Texas alone, between Dallas, Houston, San Antonio, when we had our ice storm in
Yeah.
February,
Right.
that a lot of people did the one-way rentals and then like
And left the cars.
and left the car. So it's like a whole situation at Loveville and DFW. I'm finding out that people can't get rentals because like, oh, well, it's still in San Antonio or whatever. It's a mess. And this is what we're in almost June, and that happened the second week of February.
Right.
So
I just hate
Texas
that.
is a hot mess right now. Period.
No, the U.S. is
The
a
US.
mess. Honestly,
Yeah.
we're in
It's ghetto.
shambles.
It's ghetto.
It's ghetto. I hate
It's
it here.
ghetto.
This is the worst hood.
But this
It
is
is.
what
It's
I
ghetto.
would suggest. If you can take a road trip, if you can use your own. I'm just saying if you can.
just said ain't no road
I just said no. I'm
Drive
talking
your
about you
own
got your
car.
own. You got your own car.
One thing.
Or hold on.
I ain't putting my business
Or
on the
just wait to 2022. and
Ain't nobody
plan
waiting.
your
You're being
trip.
Anybody
locked
waiting?
up.
YOLO.
So, let me tell you, there is
We
a
just started
company.
this podcast off talking about dead. Talking about
Hey,
YOLO.
listen. There is a podcast company. See, a rental car company where people now are renting their own cars out. They're renting their own. So
Oh,
it's,
that's been around.
But what is it?
That's been around.
It starts
Yeah.
with the V. Voltaire. I made
It doesn't matter. We're not going to
yes.
give them free press, but I know
Right,
what you're talking about.
exactly.
Basically,
But yeah, that's
Joe
been around.
Blow puts his
Yeah.
car he randomly hardly
Yeah.
ever uses up on rental, and you can rent it for cheaper.
They've been doing that since like 2015.
I know y'all gonna laugh now. So we got car B&Bs.
Yeah, Mom, they've been at that. One of my friends does that. He had like a fleet of cars, and he made pretty good money from doing
There's a
that.
station in Mockingbird. there's an area, Mockingbird Station, right by the Dart here in Dallas, Texas. Yeah. That's where it starts. Whatever you're talking about, that business is right there, Mockingbird Station.
Have y'all seen that people now are wanting to go on strike from Airbnb because of the abnormally high rates
of the
cleaning service and the surcharge taxes and whatever that the actual owner of the home or whatever is I
haven't seen
charging.
They showed their
like, why am I paying $500?
So it's like, let's say your place right here. Let's say you wanted like $199 a night.
Right.
That's the rate, right? Whatever. But then the cleaning prices is like $299. They double it.
$150.
And then taxes. It's something stupid. So it's like, why am I paying more for the cleaning than the actual unit? So I don't know.
But it's the same thing when you go to a resort. You have these enormous resort fees. So they're just doing the same thing.
Yeah, the resort fee in Vegas, it was like $50
a day.
A day.
But the thing about Vegas is, okay, y'all know, everybody here has been to Vegas, right?
I've been to Vegas. Yeah, I love Vegas.
Girl,
I don't gamble, but I like the lights.
Mom, wait.
What?
Do you know
I've been to
Vegas
Vegas.
is Sin City?
Yeah.
I understand. It's Sin City for the y'all who go down there and sin. I sin not
You been
in
to
that
Vegas?
way. No, I'm not perfect. We all
She probably
mess
went to
up.
Vegas when we was born.
But
When did you go? Have you been to Vegas since we've been on this
I
earth?
have been to Vegas 4 or 5 times. Me and Mark.
For what?
Oh, remember?
To go look at lights?
Like y'all was on the strip? Like
No, like we were on the strip. We walked the strip because Vegas is just a mini New York to me. That's all
No,
it
it's
is.
not.
It is the lights, the
Larry,
camera, the
girl.
fun, whatever. Now you know your father gonna hit a slot machine. I don't gamble, but Mark, you'll go post some money.
So-
but we don't do what charity does. We ain't putting money on black and all that type.
Hey.
And then texting or something, y'all want to send me $5 if I hit, that's what charity
I'm
do.
feeling
She
hot.
feel-
They make you feel
my husband is different than I am, but y'all know we've been to Vegas 4 or 5 times.
Actually, Mom, we don't.
Oh, well, surprise.
Either
That's
way.
what grown folks do.
I guess.
Y'all make me sound like a crackhead talking about y'all want to send me $5. Let's put it on
I'm just
black.
saying, Charity's she's the gambler in the family.
No,
Her and
Marcus.
Marcus
No,
is the gambler.
It's Marcus and it's either's levels.
I literally called Marcus when I was walking out. He was like, "Oh, you're not down that much. You can go back. You can come back from that."
He has a problem.
And I was
This
like-
is what I do. I just go to 7-Eleven and be like, "Can I get a dollar lotto to scratch off?" But Janae knows I be winning.
Yeah.
I win. I be winning like $100 off the scratch offs. Don't
And
sleep on the dollar
all
scratch
I
off.
tell them to do is roll me my piece once they get it.
Why are you slamming on the floor?
Well, why we gotta roll you a piece of anything?
No.
Back to my original statement. Why I said has everybody been to Vegas? Okay, so it's super crowded right now because everybody is outside, right? They said, you know what? No more masks. We're done.
Right.
Y'all can do what y'all want to do. So everybody is literally doing what they want to do.
Mask off.
But the thing is, in Vegas, the restaurants are still at 50%.
Oh.
And you have to have a reservation everywhere. You can't just walk up to anywhere and go in.
Okay.
Some of the nightclubs, it's still like at a certain capacity. So you have to think about all these people, the shows, there's not that many shows.
Right.
If there are, they're limited. All these people are outside, but there's nowhere for them to like filter into.
Oh God.
So it is just crowded everywhere
Yeah.
you go.
I don't
But the
like-
best thing that was for me was the pool party because it wasn't that crowded. I had a great time.
Question: What'd you end up wearing?
To the pool party?
Yeah, was that the
I had
outfit
like
on your Insta?
I had that was the fit.
But what was
that
your
was the fit.
cover-up?
I had just like a little little white with a little button down.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It was cute. I decided I had to know.
I
She
typed
still hasn't
into
shown
my
the
like
pictures.
Lauren Conrad, like Kristen Cavallari look.
Elsie and Kristen.
Yeah, I was going real Laguna Beach.
Y'all are having a real moment between one another. Like me and Janae over there, like, what are y'all talking about? What
Talking
their
about
world
fashion.
are.
Yeah.
Okay,
If y'all want fashion tips, everybody follow Misho A.
Thank you. I thought you were about to shout out yourself. But that's like, back it up.
Is it Misha? Oh wait, Misha
It's
underscore.
MESHA_08.
Yeah, for
Oh.
fashion tips and tricks. But yeah, traveling now that everything is open, I really don't recommend because I was frustrated and I'm annoyed. But I do want to go somewhere again. I just don't want to
too.
spend $600.
I do. But I want to. I don't want to go where there's. This is nothing against the children. I'm the mother of 5, but I just don't want to go where there's a whole lot of babies.
You can
'cause
go
they've
to
been-
adult resort.
I mean,
resorts.
yeah, but I don't want to go out of the country because we've had friends that went out the country and then tested positive for COVID trying to come back into the U.S. And let me tell you what the U.S. of A. said. No. So they had to stay there 14 days.
But
so
you
who
buy
wants
travel
to get,
insurance for that, and they don't put you into some like little...
But it doesn't matter. Who wants to stay in Aruba or anywhere else for 14 more days? Not me. Not
Honestly, if I had the money, I will gladly.
No, your travel insurance covers it.
No, but you can't go anywhere. You are now
you're confined.
You,
to one space.
you are now
Yeah.
isolated, and now you have to go through all those restrictions, and it's just you alone.
I will say
absolutely
this. I
not.
know y'all are probably gonna laugh, but I swear it just came to me. I honestly, I'll ask y'all: did y'all really know what quarantine meant until it actually came?
Are you dumb?
No, like when it like
Shots fired! Shots fired!
when it actually listen when it actually happened.
Kamisha.
When quarantine really came, I knew what it meant. I know how to spell it. But when it actually came, I was like, I feel like Helen Keller. Like in my mind, I was like, we're about to be like. I used to think like you used to really have to wear like the hazmat and stuff. I was like, that's what I always thought quarantine was. Like you literally.
I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean?
You
Like,
thought it
quarantine,
meant like you
like-
have to be like an outbreak where you have to have on the suit.
But I didn't know it meant like I could go to mom and dad's house and quarantine with them.
Just like when mom said
really did
martial
know.
law was going to happen, you were freaking out. You're like, mom said
What?
that it's all going to get shut down and the military is going to come in.
Oh yes, because that's
I
what mom.
did
Yeah,
not
she made
tell
me think
you
of
Yes,
that
you
the
did, Mom.
military
Mom.
was coming
Mom.
in.
Yes, you did.
I really thought
Well,
martial law
no.
was coming to shut down Dallas, Texas.
But she didn't know what
No.
martial law meant.
No. There was some places.
Girl, it's all right. I'm gonna get Janae because she don't mess up a little bit, and I'm gonna get her. Y'all just keep watching and
Anyway.
listening. I'm gonna get her. She thinks she's
Next,
so smart, girl.
next topic, please.
Yeah, okay. So,
Well,
anyways.
y'all didn't answer my question. Y'all knew what quarantine meant?
Yes,
Obviously,
Keisha.
yes.
Quarantine thick. I knew what that meant.
So, are you quarantine thick?
I am. Shout out 2 Chainz. Look up that song with Big Lotto.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so this week I'm actually going to do my segment, guys. So my segment of Somebody Lying, if y'all have never heard it. Previously, I was on the Vincent Tucker radio show where I did a segment called Somebody Lying. But then also, this was just something that I've always said. It's like a
Right.
phrase of mine.
Right.
So my segment, Somebody Lying, it's pretty much pointing out the obvious of you're hearing a story, you're reading something, you're seeing something transpire,
Right.
and it's obviously not the truth. Like there's a lie somewhere
Yeah.
in this situation.
Yeah.
So this week in Somebody Lying, we are going to talk about a situation with Portia Williams. So sometimes I watch Real Housewives of Atlanta, not too often,
Right.
but I just happened to catch the episode when they were like during quarantine and they were trying to find stuff to do. Portia, her sister, and it was somebody else. They all went over to Fallon's
Tanya.
house. They all went over to Fallon's house and did like a little pool day. And they introduced Fallon as Portia's friend.
Yes.
Right.
So during this little pool time, Fallon's husband is out there. They're like, he's like, do you need anything?
Yeah.
We can do whatever. And then Portia over there, low key, high key, peeping.
Yeah.
The husband saying, if I had a husband do that for me,
Yeah.
I would, keep asking for stuff.
Right.
So now we're going to fast forward to present day.
Present day.
Portia is now in love with Fallon's ex-husband.
In love and
Engaged.
engaged to
Engaged.
a married man. He's
But
still
then-
legally-
but
he's still
then-
legally married.
What?
Let her finish.
But
this.
then she tried to say, me and Fallon were never friends. So
Right.
how are you going to come and bring Fallon to us
Right.
as the audience, as this
Exactly.
is my friend,
Exactly.
but now when y'all are engaged, she was never my friend.
First of
all-
But y'all know what that means? Somebody lied.
But let me
Kamisha.
tell you. Oh, go ahead, Charity. You
I was
can
going to
answer.
say, so Kamisha, like, what did you think when you saw the picture of, what's the guy's name? Simon, Portia,
Phineas.
and Dennis.
When I originally saw that, I was like, what's going on here? I just thought it was more of like, because I knew the backstory of Simon, that he's like this big restaurateur in Atlanta. So he has like all these restaurants. And I know that Portia's ex-fiance baby daddy is also, it's a lot, is also a big restaurateur in Atlanta. So I thought it was just like they were, doing cigars and taking shots together and Portia's in the middle. So when I first saw the picture hit the blogs, I thought it was just like, they probably just did a business transaction together. They're probably about to open up a business. Not realizing moments later they're posting that they're engaged, and she's showing this big rock that is very similar to Fallon's ring.
He has a template.
Yeah. And so she said it looks exactly alike. If you guys want to just go on the Shade Room or anything, Instagram, and just hashtag like Portia's ring and Fallon's ring, it's the exact same ring, just slightly different. Portia's is a little bit bigger. But yeah, so when I first saw it, I thought they were just about to do business together. Wow. And then Portia posted a picture of grown men. And I was like, that's tacky. And her daughter was there. I don't know.
She claims, this is what drives me nuts because, okay, so supposedly his divorce was either, Portia claimed it was in January, right?
They filed
she
for
claims
divorce in January.
that we found this love in 30 days. 30 days, he became the love of my life.
And got engaged.
Type of thing.
Baby, let me tell y'all something. They found that love when Portia noticed that he was tending to his wife. And that's why you be very careful, married women bringing these single women around your man. But then at the same time, I'm not going to blame Portia because you call a dog, regardless of when they are, because he knows how to say no, and he didn't. So she's not the first person that he's cheated with. She will not be the last. So just because your name is about to change, sweet Portia, in case somebody has not told you, that you have reap, so that you have sown, so shall you also reap.
The way you get them is the way
you lose them.
The way you lose them, baby.
Oh, the tangle web you have just weaved. Bless your heart.
Yeah, it's a mess. And also,
call me when you need assistance, okay?
Call her when you need a life coach.
You're going to need coaching after this.
Jesus is on the main line. Tell him what you want. And that's another thing, your big sister, our Aunt Marilyn, even said, "Do y'all?" Because she's also a big, Real Housewives of Atlanta. So me and her actually text about it. Like we actually talk about it separately. But she was just like, "Oh, she was so disappointed in Portia," because if you guys really have been watching all the seasons, I think Portia's been there 8 of the 10 seasons. But when she first got introduced to the show, she was married to Cordell Stewart.
Right.
And she was like 26, 27.
Right.
She was just this simple, sweet
She used to be a minister.
Wasn't Cordell dating
man, right?
He was dating Undelivered, apparently. Andrew Caldwell. But that's another story.
Undelivered?
Andrew Caldwell.
The guy that said, I ain't gay no more. I don't like men. I like women. So I don't know. Maybe you didn't know that? It's a whole, like you said,
here's what I don't do. I don't watch any of the foolishness.
Yeah.
I don't follow that.
I love the tea, but continue.
So here's what I was saying. Like, Mom, you can't interrupt me because my thoughts be like,
basically just how she's changed over the years. You talked to Marilyn. Y'all talked about how when she first came on.
How is that sad? That's what she wanted to do. If she is happy.
No.
Wait, she was like a pure,
if she is happy and she wants to fall in love with that man,
I'm not in love with that man.
That is her sugar daddy.
She is in love with his money. She is not in love with that man.
And I hope he has an ironclad.
Girl, she ain't getting nothing from him.
I'm excited to see how Fallon's life is going to change. Everybody said that, like how her Instagram's going to change. Like she used to be on private jets. She's probably going to be like,
charity.
flying coach now.
Charity.
No. She should get a good settlement.
She still got that Bentley, that 2020 Bentley that he bought her this time last year. You see how quickly men will change up on you?
But
this time last year.
Is it just men? I
Women
think people
too.
will change
people
up
change
on
up on you too. Because you see how quick Portia took her man.
Okay, hold on.
I'll take your man.
Can we bring
Shots fired.
Can we bring balance to this? First of all,
no, I don't want any balance. I want chaos.
No,
I woke up and chose chaos.
We want violence.
I understand, but the thing is that her life doesn't have to change. It's not always about the money. I'm really concerned more about what she is feeling inside. That is a sucker punch. Like that is a really.
Who are you talking about?
I'm talking about the wife.
Fallon.
Fallon.
She said she's fine.
She probably got paid off.
She knows.
She may have got paid up, but money doesn't take away pain.
Yeah,
guys,
and
come on now.
She's embarrassed too.
It's not even about the embarrassment. It's about the pain. We always see the money sometimes, and money doesn't resolve issues. And all three, bless her heart, she didn't see it coming. Maybe she didn't.
How do you know that?
But maybe she didn't see that the person she introduced her husband to was really got a side eye for her husband and a side eye for anyway, whatever. I feel bad for the wife.
I was watching Tammy Roman, who was on the Basketball Wives. She explained that technically Fallon probably wasn't Portia's friend. What they'll do, the producers would be like, we have to find a reason to bring this person on the show. So they'll say, who wants a friend for the season? So she said a lot of the times on Basketball Wives, Jackie would just say, oh, I'll do it, or stuff like that. But I still agree with Tammy that even though she wasn't technically your real friend, you still did that woman dirty. Y'all
that was
have
your castmate.
worked together.
That was your castmate.
Y'all were castmates.
Yeah.
You have been in her home.
Yeah.
And then you go and you take this woman
And
husband.
Tammy also did say that they hung out off camera too. She said so they were
Stop.
building a friendship.
We will not bash Portia alone. We will not do that.
You need to watch the show before you
I
speak.
understand, but no, but
He's wrong too.
No, but her husband is just as equally.
Right.
Her husband is equally. They still gonna take my hand down. Her husband is equally wrong. But
Right.
what I'm saying is, if that's who she is, that's who she is, and you got to be careful with that. You just got to be careful with who
I
you
hope
bring
she feel like it's worth it.
into your space. Oh, girl,
Because
just keep
if-
your eyes on her though. Just keep your
She's
eyes
getting a
on it.
spinoff apparently.
Who is?
Portia? But remember, Janae, I told you. She
Yeah,
said
it's not- she said it was
it's been in the works
beforehand.
for 7 months, and then I
Right.
guess now Andy from Bravo was like, "Yes,
You know
girl."
why she's
Seriously?
getting a
She's getting
spinoff?
a
Because
spinoff.
y'all keep watching this
We keep
foolishness.
talking
No,
about it.
because she's a jump off. Ooh.
Oh,
I'm done.
come on, Lil Kim.
I'm just
It's the
saying.
jump off.
Hey,
Hey.
bump.
Janae, I'm back to my I'm back to my jukebox.
Bump.
Karaoke. So bump. It's the we need
What's the
that.
word? It's a jump
It's
off.
a jump
right?
off. That's
I
all
don't
I know.
This
know
is for my
the song.
Benz.
Oh, it's not the same song.
Yes, it is.
It is?
Escalade 23-inch rims.
rims.
Jumping off the Jaguar in the
Oh,
10th.
yeah.
For you to be
Keep
a
your head
jukebox,
up.
you sure don't know the words.
West side.
Okay.
You're not a for you to be a jukebox.
Okay, sometimes I just know
The melody.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gotcha.
That was for your stint in the club.
Girl.
Well, Charity, somebody lied. That's all I
Yeah,
got to
somebody
say.
lying.
Oh, I thought you were talking about
Hell no.
I had to jump in because I don't know nothing about the West Side, the East Side.
You actually, Mom, in those moments, please don't jump in.
Yeah, just don't.
We don't need
I
you to
know nothing
jump.
About the West of the, I wish y'all could have seen the movements to all of our audio listeners.
Oh my God.
Yeah, if you're an audio listener, sometimes just click into our
You
YouTube.
might- you
and
need to
just,
watch the
You know,
YouTube.
find
Real
it.
quick.
It's the facial expressions for me.
Now, we didn't discuss this before, but this just got to me thinking. So, Kourtney Kardashian is dating Travis Barker.
Yeah.
Word on the street is he used to like Kim, or
Somebody
they
lying.
dated a little bit.
Yeah.
back in the day. I don't
It's
think
weird.
I don't think you should.
When
do
you
that.
when you say date, did
He
they
probably-
go on a date?
But did he sleep with her? Because if he slept
the-
with your sister, you shouldn't be messing with the man.
The way Shayna Mokler, and I love Shayna Mokler. Did y'all ever watch?
But her daughter talked bad about her.
Yeah, did y'all ever
Alabama
watch the
talked
reality
about it.
show?
Yeah.
That's why I fell in love with Travis Barker.
Right.
I honestly really didn't know who he was. I knew he was just a drummer.
Right.
But I fell in love with Travis Barker back in the day because him and Shayna were so cute. Again,
But-
Mom is like totally oblivious. But
It's not
don't
that
jump
I'm
in.
a. It's
Don't
not
jump-
that,
hey,
Check.
It's
She gonna
not-
have to say it. She gonna have a
It
button that says
is-
muted.
Mom,
Don't
she's
talk.
already muted.
It's not that I'm oblivious to it. It is the fact that why are y'all so shocked that people are doing these types of things?
She really muted
turned your
you.
mic off.
She turned it off.
I can
But when you,
They dated back in like the early 2000s.
None of us
apparently.
would-
But Kim was a thought box. So, I mean, it's kind of like, Janae, you know what I'm talking about. The girl.
oh girl, don't who?
You know the girl.
You know the girl.
The girl.
I hate when black people try to get you to. You know the girl.
The girl in Dallas.
Yeah,
She's
Yes.
a thought box.
gotcha.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes. I
That
follow
if
you.
like everybody, that if I knew that they dated her, I'm like, well, dang, I can't date nobody because she literally has dated everybody. So it's like, you know what I mean? I think that
No,
I think
no, no,
that- I
but there's
think
a
that
difference
I
between
think the
your
Kardashian
sister.
Jenner girls know like Kim has dated everybody. Like,
No,
can we date?
no. She hasn't dated everybody, and there is
Everybody they like.
There,
And
no,
yeah.
but it still
Not
should
everybody
be.
they like.
It still should be a moral compass there. If you have been married, engaged, dated, slept, unfortunately, with my family member, my friend, you are off limits. Period. No.
They might have just went on
Family?
a date. They,
No.
Okay,
they might have
okay.
just went on a date.
That's what I'm
Okay.
saying.
If it was
they
just
never,
like
like,
we
made
went on a
out
date,
and whatever,
if
yeah.
it was we went on a date and we didn't vibe, okay, cool.
Yeah,
that was a
cool.
long time ago. I've had 3 husbands and a truckload of kids right now. Okay, we can do that. But
Girl, Kim has had 3
but
husbands.
if you're my friend or you're my sibling and you have entered into some type of relationship, if even if y'all sleeping together, I'm not gonna now date you. That's weird
ew,
and that's
barb,
off
gross.
limits. And friends, especially, I'm not one of those that be like, oh, you know, you're my friend, and do you mind if I date him? I know y'all didn't work out, but do you mind if I date him? That's weird.
You know what? I'm going to tell a story. My sister, really quick. My sister Marilyn was approached years ago. And this was at church. A guy dated one of her really good friends
say what church,
at
but
the
we
time. At the time, and then they broke up. They were literally engaged. And 2 years later, he came to address Marilyn, and she said, "Never."
Never.
And he said, "Why?" He said, "Well, this person gave me permission to date you." She said, "I don't care what she gave you permission to do.
wait, I'm sorry.
I just don't do that. I don't roll like that."
I'm sorry. I don't know if I was listening incorrectly.
Right.
You meant years ago, right?
Years ago.
Sorry, I thought you said a few years ago. So I was like, what?
No, it was
You
years
mean like
ago.
long years ago?
Long
Okay.
years ago.
I just wanted to clear that up.
Yeah,
just in
in the
case.
80s.
okay, like
You might
long,
not have been
like
born yet.
long years ago. So just because someone may say, as you stated, he may have said, "Hey, look, I'm interested in this person." She say, "Hey, go ahead." It is up to us as women to have a moral compass, and it is never right to cheat and date and sleep with or marry somebody your sister, your best
Okay,
friend, your
since-
besties have dated.
Since we're
Period.
talking about moral compasses,
Come on
actually,
now,
one of
let's
my
talk
friends
about
is in insurance, so he sells like life insurance.
Okay.
So
Did
you
he
give him a free
posted.
plug?
No.
I thought
Did I
was
say
about
the
to go
company? Did I say his name?
Oh, I thought we was about to go there. I was like,
No.
oh.
So he actually posted a meme. It was like a question. There was somebody died. The ex-husband was on the policy and got all the money.
Right.
Does he then pay out the family, or does he keep all the money?
He keeps all the money.
He keeps every dime. So this is
See?
a good.
Y'all's
This is
moral
This no.
Hey.
Let me. Can I address that one?
Oh, you're gonna address it one way or the other.
yeah.
I mean, you're gonna find your spot.
Let me tell you why. Because I'm gonna give them some props here, because John Becker taught us this. He is Golden Gate Funeral Home,
I think
and he
they're being
said
sued right now.
it's fine. But he has he has a whole radio show on Ask the Undertaker, and one thing he said: be careful who you make the beneficiary
Right.
of your policies,
Right.
because they are not required to pay your family anything. They're not required to even
Right.
bury you. You're saying this person get my money. You're not saying this person bury me, this person has to do this. That's what a will is for. So is it morally right? It would be nice if he would give them the money, but he can take the money and say, "Y'all go do what y'all need to do. I got my money. I'm gone."
So I feel like and this needs to happen a lot of times with spouses who are now exes, right?
You better preach.
Because you already know my situation. So my whole thing is more like, let's say I never took my husband off any of my stuff, and then I move on and I get remarried, and I never change it, not thinking about it. Like they don't have these as much anymore, but pensions, right? Mm-hmm. If you don't go in and physically change it from your previous husband, previous wife, that's who gets the money upon your death. And there is nothing you can do about it. So there have been women that have been
family members
separated. I don't believe in this whole separation thing. Separated for 30, 40 years. That man and went on, had a wife or whatever he could have. He dies, and then that first wife get the money.
Let me tell you something. My mother taught me.
Can hear me.
Okay.
My mother taught us you can be mad at a dead man. That's what she used to always tell us. So she said, you go in and do a life event when life has happened. If you in the middle of a separation, whoever that person is, they are off of all of your documentation. It is changed. If y'all get back together, change it again. So for all of you out there, men and women, look at who you have as your beneficiaries. Look who you have over your estate, because they are not required to give your family anything.
Marriage
And
is
they're
a
not
business.
required to bury
Marriage is a business,
you.
baby.
Okay?
I
It's
was gonna
administrative.
say.
Change your documents.
I was gonna say. I think they should, if they had kids together.
I feel like they should give them to the kids.
If they
They're
had,
not.
Mom Charity's still talking.
Oh, I'm sorry.
you know what? I guess I haven't lived long enough to have a opinion on this, so I'm just gonna shut up.
No, what's your opinion?
None of that matters.
No, I
that
feel
matters.
like you should. If so, you're with someone, Charity, and for whatever reason they didn't change your beneficiary, and you get the money, but that they had a wife and 4 kids, whatever. You're saying you would give that full amount?
No. Like maybe like a couple grand to a nice casket or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Honey, I know family members that was in charge of different things, and the person.
She's been muted.
I want to help the people.
Okay.
She wants to help the people.
I know family members who have been charged, and it would be like if I would say I really trust Janae to do this, and then Janae, money changes people, and you cannot do that. You need to lay these things out, because I've had family members to take a big buck of the money and say this person only deserves this amount, and this is what I'm going to give them. People act crazy when people die, y'all. Money will change people, so you just cannot do that. I'm serious, and it really bothers me. This is a great topic. I'm glad we brought it up because I really want people to understand. And then
you know what we can do.
And
actually?
then lastly, I'm gonna stop.
Well, you could stop right now. Well, actually, I think would be a good idea. This could be something we talk about, because I would really like to bring on somebody that talks about life insurance and things of
that would be dope.
Put a pin in this.
Yeah, because she was going to keep
further.
Table it.
She was going to keep going.
But I just want one. I want to say
let her get it
just
out.
one more. Just one more. I'm going to say one more.
30 seconds, Mom.
Okay, 30 seconds.
You're on the clock.
Whoever buys the plot owns the plot.
Okay.
Meaning, if you want to put something on a headstone, the owner of that plot has to approve it. And if they don't approve it, your loved one can have nothing for the rest of their days.
Okay, and I hate topics like this, and that's why y'all really didn't hear me talking, because I'm super empathetic, and that kind of stuff just it gives me like bad juju, bad vibes. But I want to like go back to Portia, and I want to look in the camera and say this: close your legs to married men. In the words of Nene,
like I literally have no words.
Lenithia Leak said it. She looked at, I forget her name. What was the girl? Kim Zolciak. Who was messing with Big Papa. She looked at her and said, close your legs to married men. And then she had to say it again 10 years later to Portia Williams. Close your legs to married men.
But Misha, here's the whole thing. And I keep saying this to everybody. Y'all say, what did you just call her? A thought box? That's the new word.
Thought box.
Thought box.
Tatiana.
We call them prostitutes.
Oh yeah, Mom likes to just
we call them prostitutes and whores.
Oh.
And so what we are now doing is celebrating in this culture prostitutes and whores.
She always says that.
No, you
Mom
see
said,
these.
call it what
You
it is.
see these young girls now, and everybody even on our social media platforms. I'm sick of seeing women's butt behinds, and we're calling this, they're in love with their body. Hey, put some dignity on it. These young girls,
put some respect on y'all.
Put some clothes on, because we got young girls that are really being. Their lives are being changed because of the things that they are seeing. Yeah. And I'm just sick and tired of prostitutes and whores being at the front of the flipping culture.
I thought she was look, she used to say, I'm sick and tired of the devil. That's where I thought she was going. But she said,
I am sick and tired.
Prostitutes and
prostitutes and whores. And we keep y'all buying their music. You're looking at their pages. You're putting their subscribers. And you want to know why this culture and why the children and why the girls are confused. I am sick of it. They're being seduced into a lifestyle. Seduction is real. And I'll leave it right there, because that's a whole
It used to be Madonna, but now it's City Girls. Now it's Mulatto.
But
now it's...
like, hey, I
like all that.
I'm all for the hoochie agenda. I'm for the hoochie agenda.
I'm a
That's
Carisha
because
fan.
you don't have a daughter.
I'm a Carisha fan.
Oh, I love Carisha.
But I'm a Carisha.
I don't know who that is.
That is Young Miami. I'm Young Miami from City
she
Girls.
likes you because she hates when we call her Carisha.
From City Girls.
But Santana calls her Carisha.
I don't
please.
listen to City Girls. My kids played me a song and I was like, oh my God.
Like highly
they're
offended.
putting,
that's
a lot.
She like Trina?
But I
she might
like
be
her.
worse.
I like her on her IG lives when I see him on the Shade Room.
With
She's
Saucy
very
Santana.
funny.
She's funny. Her person, I love her. I like her a lot better than I like JT.
Her music is like, whoa.
Yeah, her music is, baby. Whoa. Mom, you could never listen to past 2 seconds.
All these girls want to JT.
I was confused.
Have a 55 sucker.
Oh,
you know,
let me just say that. Let me just say this. Y'all keep playing with that devil.
Oh, here we go. Okay.
Keep playing. Y'all keep playing, okay? Y'all call, because what I know for sure, y'all gonna give me a call and I say, when you play with the devil, that's what you gonna get.
A call doing wait a minute.
Wait.
A call saying what, Mom?
No.
No what?
All I'm saying is all I'm saying is the way that things people, when you guys are even talking about Portia and all that, things are introduced to you through what you see, what you hear, your gateways, your eyes, your ear. People are seduced into lifestyle. A 6th grader don't know nothing about going in and shooting up some other 6th graders outside of that she continues to see,
right?
That she continues to hear. So we're seduced into these lifestyles. Y'all think it's cute, maybe funny, maybe, but those words keep going in your head. Your body don't know that person over there is not your husband, your wife. Your body responds to touch, being whatever touch it is.
I think we're old enough to realize that if City Girls is talking about sugar daddies and pimps, I don't want a sugar daddy or a pimp.
You don't want a sugar daddy or pimp.
Well, I want a sugar daddy without the sugar. I want the sugar daddy, but that don't want. Yeah, I want the sugar daddy that don't want no sugar. Holla at your girl.
If someone will pay for me to go to dinner, if someone will pay for my bills, and I just have to go talk to them,
baby,
I might not say no. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. And that's the truth. That's on period.
You're gonna exchange. You're gonna exchange something for something because nobody is just paying your way for nothing.
If they just want conversation,
there's a lot of them that just
some people just don't have nobody to talk to. So you want to pay me $5,000 for me to listen to your problems?
No, like seriously,
no, for real,
there
Mom.
are some people that are
for
like
real.
that. Seriously,
dead serious.
Seriously,
they might be a little geriatric.
Yeah, they're older.
Can the saints of God help me pray for my daughters because they just don't understand?
Okay, we're not saying that we want
the
sugar.
Listeners. I mean,
we're not saying we are actively looking for sugar daddies, but
if they happen to fall into my lap,
exactly. If somebody want to give me the $16.50 a month for that rent, that's cool.
How can
he can't go get no sugar though.
But I want you to listen to the conversation. You just had a conversation because you were disgusted by somebody sleeping with somebody's husband. But you're but the audience doesn't know that you're joking.
Bring it back.
Okay, hey,
I'm not joking. I'm gonna tell y'all now. I'm not playing.
Charity is in a weird phase in her life right now, but Janae and I we're joking.
Yeah.
Charity,
and my views and the way I live life is nothing to do with the views and thoughts of my parents. So I can make my own decisions.
Absolutely.
So it's not how they raised me. They raised me 100% the correct way. But as an adult, I do make my own decisions.
Charity she's the free spirit of it.
But side note, I don't want to get too off topic. I said that to somebody. I have raised my kids in a certain way. Just because they view off is not indicative of me being a bad parent.
Right.
I told them the right way to go.
All 3 of these, if y'all see them on the Sugar Daddy OnlyFans page, not only because they mama didn't teach
the Sugar Daddy
them.
app. Go through Sean Santiago on Instagram. You just send him $20.
And if by chance they are, can y'all DM me June Speaks? I'll handle it.
I ain't looking for no sugar daddy. I'm looking for a husband, okay?
But what would you handle, Mom? I'd be like, girl, are you gonna pay these bills?
I ain't paid one bill since we was 18, 17 for me. So
like,
it's the audacity for me.
For me, it's the audacity.
Well, and the other thing is, the way that my parents raised us is that I have never wanted or married or been interested in someone just because they could take care of me. I have been raised to take care of myself, and then hold on, to take care of myself. And I have learned to go to the person who, if what he gives to me, I owe him nothing, and that is God. And that's how I've trained y'all. We don't need no sugar daddies.
We already gave a disclaimer, Mom.
I understand that. I'm just saying. I'm gonna just say it. June Speaks, June Evans. They already know the truth.
They know that we are not out here looking for no sugar. Honestly, how about this? If we had sugar daddies, no, but listen. If we had sugar daddies, I would be driving a Bentley, okay? Like, period. I'd be on the 23rd floor of...
It's always the last child. I'm telling y'all now, it's always that last.
You know, like...
Honestly,
I love her dearly.
Honestly. What do y'all expect from me?
Sometimes I do. Sometimes I am concerned about Charity. Sometimes I really am concerned, but...
I love that for you.
I think somebody's lying
she's
right
gonna
now,
land on her feet. I'm not lying. I really do.
I'm not talking about you. I think I'm talking about Charity.
Oh yeah, Charity just does this to bother you.
Yeah, she does it. She does it to bother me.
I love that y'all have these thoughts.
This is really Charity's thoughts.
No. Here's the thing. I love all of my children. Everybody knows that I have. Anybody who really knows us knows that I do have a child that is an adult that has always struggled. I don't love my
Who are we
son.
talking about?
My son.
Girl,
I mean, put some
who she's
names
talking
out.
about.
Oh,
It ain't none of us.
my
Who
son.
Struggle with what?
Struggle
He
with
ain't been
life.
no pimp.
No, he's not a pimp or anything like that. But he's
Addiction.
just struggled with addictions his whole life since he was about 13.
Right.
So I don't, and everybody on this table know that he gets the same love. He gets the same
He's not
respect.
treated no different.
But he
Any
gets tough love as
Yes.
well. So it's no different with any of you guys. It doesn't mean I don't love you, but I'm gonna always flip you back to you know what's right. You make your own decision.
flip us back to that
but
Bible.
just know whatever decision that is, there will be a consequence if that's not a good decision. And if you have to walk through the consequence, I will walk through the valley of consequence with you.
It's the Bible. Yes, that's the word for me.
Hey.
I stand upon the word of God. The Bible.
Hey.
She used to make us sing that. She's always going to take
She
you
didn't
right
make me
back to the
sing it.
Bible.
She,
Okay,
she
well,
made
did
you
Kamisha
know
sing
that
it because
song?
Kamisha
Speaking
struggled.
of-
Joyce actually taught us.
This is going to be our last little topic, but speaking of Bible thumpers, because we live in the Bible Belt, this is actually a good way to get into the hot topic from our governor, who we're going to vote out most likely. But
2022, he is out of there.
This is Texas. Texas is highly Republican. So
Oh
the
no, but
odds
he's
of
out of
him-
there. He's made too many people mad with unemployment and with what we're about to talk about.
Okay, so
yes,
here-
the
where,
abortion.
Janae, can you go ahead and tell the people?
we're going to talk about this heartbeat bill as it's currently named. And it's essentially saying that when a baby's heartbeat is detected, a woman can no longer get an abortion in the state of Texas, which means
6 weeks.
That's about to get
weeks
to that.
is-
So
okay.
that takes generally around the 6-week mark. Now, it is of my opinion, this is the opinions of Janae Williams, that he does not have a right to tell. I feel like men in general don't have a right to tell women what they are to do with their bodies. That is my opinion. This is not a pro-life or pro-choice type of conversation for me. It's more like everybody, every day, I think we pick this abortion issue as a hot topic, but this should not be the same, no different than somebody doing drugs, murder, pedophilia, anything.
Yep.
What is the difference?
Yep.
All these people have a choice to kill, to molest, to steal, to do whatever, but they want to focus on a woman's right to choose what is best in her mind for her. I am of the opinion that we all get choices every day to go left or right, up or down. And we, as individuals, have to pay the price or deal with the consequence or deal with whatever comes from going left or right, up or down. So I feel like it's no different.
So this is my thing. My girls and I went out to dinner recently, and we talked about that. And so, at the 6 weeks. And so basically when you mathematically do it, because men don't know our bodies, we do, that means you're basically like 2 weeks behind on your period,
Yeah,
roughly.
yeah.
So some
Most people are
women,
2
I
weeks
used to
late,
have this
right.
issue like many years ago. Some women don't know they're pregnant. I've had several friends, I believe this happened either with Jordan or JJ, that you didn't know for like the first couple
When I was
months.
pregnant with them, I didn't know.
One of them,
I didn't know with Jordan
with
until I was
Jordan.
12 weeks pregnant.
Exactly. Some
Right.
people, their periods are so irregular, or they
Right.
just got off the pill, or they just got off the shot, or they're on
Right.
the shot, or whatever. It could be stress can delay it. Men that
Right.
are listening, it could be stress, it could be depression, anxiety. It could be a number of things that makes it delayed. It could be the amount of days in a month. From
Right.
February is different because there's 28 days, and there's
Right.
March there's 31. That's like, oh, I started a week late because
Right.
of whatever is going on. If you travel too much in a month, anything could happen. And you're trying to tell me like I can't go do something with my body.
I just don't
And
understand,
it's
like
crazy.
Janae was saying, I don't think men should have any
Right.
right to say what women do with their bodies. There were a lot of women in that picture. Everybody was just
Did you
smiling.
see what that
Everybody
picture
was
looked
really
like?
white and really smiling and really happy.
Really
and it was
white,
really
really old.
One black person.
it was very creepy. Hold on, Mom. It was very creepy
was.
that they were like happy about
Did you
this
see the guy
passing
behind? He was like this.
because I don't understand like
Right.
why is this such a good thing? I'm not saying like everybody go get an abortion, but I'm saying
Right.
people should have the right to do what they want to do. Because what if you get raped? What if you're raped by a
so
family
many
member?
caveats.
Exactly.
There's so many kids who aren't even taken care of because, people don't have the money. And then there's a lot of people in foster care. So it's just like, what are you really helping by making this bill?
They care more about the heartbeat, but then when the baby gets here, they don't care. They
Right.
don't care if the baby's homeless. They don't care if the baby's thrown in the toilet. They don't care.
Because how are you going to tell us all to take our, don't wear your mask. You can do what you want.
Thank you.
Everybody's all mad about wearing masks. And they were like, oh, well, this is my body. I want the right.
Right.
But then this bill passed and everybody's like, I think it's great.
you.
I think it's amazing. Like, I'm confused. Are you pro-life or are you
Man.
pro-life?
Well, Texas has always been a very conservative state. We are the Bible Belt.
For sure.
I definitely am pro-life.
Right.
And is not, the governor is the one that signed it, but that didn't just come from the governor. That's a hard push from a lot of Christian people who believe that life begins at conception.
Yet they don't like these same white people don't like black people, but that's another story.
It doesn't, but it's not, but pro-life is not just a white thing. There just happen to be a lot of white people standing behind the governor. I had more of a problem with the crowd than I did with the law. I had a challenge with why don't you have diversity standing behind
because
me,
they
sir?
don't
And it was
care.
all men. That's what's crazy.
So, but neither here. It's neither here or there. I'm just gonna say that it's going to. They're going to have a lot of challenges. I don't believe that law would ever pass in Texas. I just don't. I think it's going to hang up in court for a while, and he'll be out of office and different things like that.
Y'all keep thinking they're going to vote this man out.
I think so.
Janae, there's too many
I believe
young people that's going to vote him out.
But he's still, whoever comes will still be a Republican.
Look what he did to the unemployment. Like, there's
No.
too many people mad at him. I'm sorry.
It's not. He doesn't just make all these decisions
Right.
himself.
I mean, it's
y'all
yeah.
giving the man too much
We're just
power.
speaking about him.
No, I understand, but it
I
is.
can't call
it
him
is-
what I want to.
You,
Don't.
what we need to do is go to your state and local governments and make sure that you vote for whom is making those bills and pushing it to the governor for
Right.
signing. That's
Right.
who you need to make sure that you're
Overall.
voting
Right.
overall for. And then lastly is it really is at the end of all this, I agree, that we had a friend when I was in the 6th grade. Never will forget it. She went to our church. Abortions were illegal. She was attending college in her first or second year in college, and she became pregnant. She was afraid to come home and tell her parents, and so she decided to get abortion behind the scene. Abortions are not legal. Someone at the school, it was stated that who was practicing medicine was the one who actually performed that for her, right? Mm-hmm. She ends up in a hospital in Dallas that was a Christian hospital, and they would not take her because they told her parents at that time she had had an abortion that went bad. They took her to another hospital. Well, anyway, we lost a 19-year-old beautiful soul. So it is, let's have these conversations. Let's have them right. Don't have your children afraid to come home to tell you that your daughters, that they are pregnant, that they are confused, that they need assistance. Parents, I don't care if you're a Christian, you don't throw away your daughters. Don't let them make these type of life decisions by themselves. This should not be a mandate. This is a heart issue. And Janae, you're right. God gives us the ability to make choices. It is our choice. God has always been pro-choice. I said before you, life and death, blessings and cursing. He always says, choose life. But if you choose something differently, that is your choice.
Because Eve chose to eat that apple. That's why we're here right
That's
now.
why, honestly, that's why I'm
we
how
have
I am
menstrual
today
cycles.
because
Yeah. Yeah, because Eve chose to eat that apple.
But Jesus came and redeemed that
He
apple.
did.
When
He
Jesus
did.
said yes, nobody can say no. When Jesus said yes, nobody can say no.
You can tell who does not listen to gospel because they never try.
I know the song, but I can't sing. I'm not
Neither
a
can we really.
I'm
but,
not a
I mean, when you
harmonizer.
sing, like-
I'm not a harmonizer.
I think it's because we have a little rasp, so we think we can
Yeah,
sing.
like-
So you
I
just
was
like-
gonna try to
So
be
I'm
Michelle.
Beyonce. She's definitely Kelly, and you would be Michelle.
I would be Michelle.
Not you taking
Who am I?
Beyonce.
But who am I?
You're Latoya.
No, I love Latoya.
She's
So
the other
she's
girl.
definitely
Not
the
even
mama.
Latavia.
You're the mama.
The one that was kicked out
She's
the group.
Tina. No, Mom Tina.
The one that was kicked out the group.
Latavia.
No.
Yeah.
The one
Latavia. The one that's on the new show that's coming out. That's
Remember when Michelle came and it was another girl? That girl.
Oh, we forgot. Just
Farrah.
Farrah. Nobody care about Farrah.
They said, but are your bags packed? Girl, the
She
plane
was-
gonna leave.
They said the plane gonna leave. Are your bags packed? That was
Beyonce.
the
That was
funniest
funny.
moment in Destiny's
That
Child.
was too funny. Well, I think we had a great show today.
did.
I think that was good. We're really balanced, like Mom says, to balance this out.
Balance this out.
Balance,
The
really
Libra
balance it all
scales.
out.
The Libra scales.
Yeah. But hey, y'all, thank you for tuning into this week's episode of I'm in Control podcast. Y'all have a safe and fun Memorial Day weekend,
Yes.
whatever
Yes.
y'all do. Don't drink and drive. What else do I have?
Call Ubers, call the cabs. If you can find a rental, well, you'd be driving.
Close your legs to married men.
Close your
Yeah.
Let me look in the camera and say that. Memorial Day weekend. It's going to be a lot of, what is it? Casamigo, go to yo.
It's going to be a lot of Casamigos, and you're going to think to the Casa Migo.
So with all that Casamigos and all, I don't drink any of that.
Trust God in everything you do.
Oh.
I don't think that's where communion
Bye, y'all.
Hey, we're out.
Like that.
Goodbye.
I mean, like.